The growth of the primetime news magazine has also produced a kind of stereotype of what they do, you know, salad bars of death, for instance. So, we're going to do that next week, actually. So just to set the record straight, take a look at this Peabody Award-winning piece about what happens as Americans move from welfare to work and the questions about that transition.
Sean and Vivian live 75 miles apart. They have never met, but have similar life stories.
This is it. I'm going to bed now.
Both say they left abusive relationships, and both come from middle-class families from whom they have been estranged.
The way I was raised, people on welfare were scum.
Did you feel like scum?
Very much so. Because I was pregnant, without a husband, without a job, so I had proven that I was worthless.
I was a spoiled brat. You know, I was one of the children that had everything that a child could possibly want. And people say they want to give their kids things they never had. I'm trying to give them everything that I did have, and I know I can't at this point.
Keisha, where is your pajamas?
Last May, both women were facing the biggest crisis of their lives.
We can put the coloring book away.
Vivian and her daughters were starting all over again.
What is this stuff up under here?
Nothing.
Yes, it is.
I want my daughters to be proud of me as their mother, and I want them to be proud of themselves.
Go to sleep, please.
That is very important to me.
To accept the Peabody, Correspondent Maria Shriver.
Thank you very much. I can honestly say I haven't been this excited since I learned how to spell Schwarzenegger correctly. In all seriousness, when I was told that this hour had won the Peabody, I burst into tears. I know it's not entirely professional, but it's true. Tears of relief that someone other than my family thought my work was great. Tears of joy for the four women, you saw two of them here, for the four women whose courage made this hour possible. They allowed us to follow them for almost a year through their ups and downs as they struggled to make a life for themselves and for their children. And the tears were also for gratitude for the incredible people who worked on this hour. Claudia Pryor, who's over there, who's the incredible producer who worked on this day in, day out. Kelley Venardos, who went out there in the field. She's the field producer who shot a lot of this stuff day in, day out, and lived with a lot of these women. Jason Samuels, who did all the research. We've talked about how important the research and the field production is. Andy Finkelstein, who's here, who edited this hour more times than I think that I thought was humanly possible, but who stuck with it until we got it just right. Neal Shapiro, our executive producer, who gave us the time, who said, look, take as long as you want to make this just right so that we get to know these women and that we understand what's going on behind the headlines. He massaged this hour, he worked on it, he believed in it, he gave us the time, as I said, to shoot it and the opportunity to air it. And to all of them, I'm entirely grateful. I'd also like to thank David Corvo and Andy Lack, my bosses. My kids always say to me, how many bosses do you have? I said, a lot. But David Corvo and Andy Lack have given me the opportunity to work on hours such as this and to simultaneously be home and raise our four children. And I'm aware that that's a very special niche in the world of network television, and I'm grateful every day to them for allowing me to do that, and also grateful to the women who came before me who did not have that opportunity to be mothers and network correspondents. They paved the way. Some of them are being honored here today, and my hat goes off to them. And finally, to my parents, Eunice and Sergeant Shriver, who are here, and my husband, Arnold. They've believed in me even when I didn't, and I thank them. I owe this to you. Thank you.